Hello. Yeah. So yesterday we have concluded this session with understanding of the Git. Correct? If you have any questions on the Git, please let me know. This is clear, right? Also, yesterday we have created the Git repository. Also, yesterday we have created this Git repository. You might also have been created, right? Now, our today's job is to work with this repository. That is very important. And then we will start with the HTML. Okay? First, we will see how do you work with this repository. Before that, under the environment setup, we have a Git over here, and we need to prepare the notes first. What do you mean by Git? Right? So we will do that part. So when you talk about Git, it is a version control system, right? So let's write that. Git is a distributed version control system designed to help software developers track their changes in the source code and collaborate on the project. That's what we have. We have already studied this thing, right? We are just preparing the notes. So it was created by Linus Torvalds. The person who have developed the Linux operating system, it was created by Linus Torvalds in 2005 and has since become one of the most widely used version control system in the software industry, right? So here is how Git works and used for. We already have discussed all these things. Just preparing the notes. Version control. Why Git is used? Version control. Then distributed system. And means we have 3 developers with the 3 files. Branching and merging. We can create the different branches as well in the Git. Collaboration. If you want to collaborate with different developers, you can use that. History and accountability. History and accountability. Open source and hosting platforms. Open source and hosting platforms. Right? Why Git is used? So Git allows developer, what do you mean by version control? Git allows developer to track their changes to their code base over the time. You will get to know today. What do you mean by this? Git allows developers to track changes to their code base over time. Every time change is made, Git records the snapshot of entire project. This makes it easy to compare the different versions of the code and revert to the previous states and understand how code has been evolved, right? So here, consider that. Take an example of any. Okay, I will explain this by means of our own project. Okay, or we can do GitHub React. So this is the official library of the React. Can you see this? Official library of the React. Now you can see, right? React. Are you on a Wi-Fi net or mobile net? Wi-Fi. Okay. Can you see this? Now can you see? Okay. So if you see this part over here, so if my screen is not visible to you, please let me know immediately. Okay? Yeah. So if you see here, if you see here, this is the official library from the Facebook. This is what we are going to learn, React. But can you see here, there are the commits. There are 15,000 or 16,000 approximately commits are available. And can you see what was the state of project on the 4th August? You can, if you click over here, you will see whole and soul project. Can you see that? You will see complete project. What changes has been made? What changes has been made? You can see over here completely. Correct? Now you may go back and you can see any of the change, any of the older change. What is the change? You can click over here and can you see this has been deleted, this has been added. What do you mean by version control system? Git records snapshot of the entire project. Git records a snapshot of entire project. Remember that every time change is made, Git records snapshot of entire project, right? This makes it easy to compare. This makes it easy to compare different versions of the code. We are checking previous version, current version. Getting that? It's not actually like that, but you can consider in that way. So it was something and this has been something like that. Correct? Okay. Now let's move back. Here, distributed system. Now what do you mean by distributed system? Unlike the centralized version control systems, Git is distributed. A repository makes it distributed, and repository can be taken on the local machine also. So presently you have created this repository. This is on the remote machine. Remote means what? Not on your computer. It is on somewhere else. That's the remote is. Unlike the centralized version control system, Git is distributed. This means that every developer working on a project has a full copy on their local machine. So you will get to know this today. So whatever project you have, consider that this is the project. This project can be available as it is on your machine. This project is available as it is on your machine. That is called as local copy. Local and the remote copy. Okay. So from the local copy, you need to send changes to the remote copy. So you can consider this is the, now what this guy will do, I can say db, just a minute. Just as an example, I would like to okay. So here you can see, so this is the, okay, we already have icon. I can copy this. So every developer can clone the project on their local computer, right? So this also can create a local computer. This developer also can create it on the local computer, right? Local computer. So every developer, so this is a remote copy. So this developer will make change in the local and then it will submit that changes to the remote. It will not directly submit to the remote. So this developer will work on the local. This developer will work on the local. This developer will work on the local, which means that your repository has 3 different versions. Correct? your repository is having 3 different versions. This repository, this local copy might be having different source code. This local copy might be having different source code. This local copy might be having some different source codes. But this is a common one. So all these will write to their local. This will write to the local. This will write to the local. And from the local, it will submit to the remote. This is the process. Okay. That's what they are saying. Meaning of distributed is this: having this copy to every single developer, right? Branching and merging. Now, if you go here in this Git repository, can you see there is a main, and can you see there are these many different branches. What do you mean by branching? You can create, one of the Git's powerful feature is ability to create the branches. Now see, this is the main branch. So this code is in the production. This code is in the production. But what I wanted to do, I wanted to create a new kind of subfolder inside this folder, which will work on a specific feature, right? So JavaScript developer will say that I would want to work on the mobile app, right? So JavaScript developer will write that code into the mobile app. Hello? So this JavaScript developer will write that code into the mobile app branch, correct? So this JavaScript developer is not touching main branch, which is running properly. Getting my point? But JavaScript developer is adding code to the which branch? Mobile branch. So this is, so you can say this is a main branch, and you can call this as a mobile branch. And afterwards, once code for the mobile app is getting completed, so this branch would be getting merged into this branch, main branch, right? So this code is getting merged into main branch. Is it clear? What do you mean by branch? See, if you see over here, so these are the alternate branches. So some different things are happening inside this code. So this is the main. Apart from the main, some new features are getting developed. And if you see, it looks like same. It's look like same, right? But all the codes are different. They are making some additional things into the branches, correct? And once job is done, it's kind of subfolder. Once job is done, this folder is getting merged into the main folder. So all the content of this folder is copied to this folder, main folder. This is what the branching is, correct? So we can add a branch, mobile branch, and this is a main repository. We can say main repository. We can say this is a local copy. This is also a local copy. This is also a local copy. Okay. So this repository is also called as a remote repository. You getting my point, right? Main, this is also called as main branch, or let's write it main branch, or repository, or we can say remote repository, like this. This is the remote repository we have. This is the local repository, local repository, local repository. Correct? So this branch, separate branch, you can have n number of branches available over here. Got it? Now, if you see here, can you see contributors? So this source code has not been developed by one person. This source code has been developed by 1,600 people. This source code have been developed by 1,600 people. Collaboration, right? These are the collaborators available for maintaining this source code. You can also invite collaborators to maintain your Git repository. That's what the collaboration is. That's what the collaboration is. So Git facilitates collaboration among the multiple developers. Each developer can work on their own branch, and when ready, they can merge their changes. Yeah, so what is happening over here, you can consider in this way. Each developer can create his own branch, and when everything is okay, they will add code to their main branch, right? Collaborators. It's easy. Now, history and accountability. So when multiple people are working, you need to maintain who has done what. If you see here, this is the React. Can you see 10 hours ago? 10 hours ago. Can you see this? 10 hours ago, this file or this thing has been changed. Hello? Can you see here? Commits by. Who have committed this? Commits by whatever the name is over there. History. See, history. You can see the history. And here, who has committed what? Who has done what? Who has done what? Already there. So history and accountability. And you need to give a proper commit message. This is a commit message given by a particular developer. Unify, preload queue, like that. We are also going to do same thing. Okay. Then here, if you can see, open source and hosting platforms. Git mostly, now see, React is an open source project. So Facebook has chosen GitHub as the platform. Means this source code is completely available. For the React, source code is completely available to anyone. Anyone can download this source code and work with the React. And work with what? React. Getting my point? Open source. If you want to make something open source, Git is widely chosen platform. But there are others also. We have seen GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket. We just are using Git, but there are the other many also. Okay. Any question? This is about Git. So let's modify this image. So this is the improvised image. Fine. Okay. Now let's do some practical. Very first operation we are going to see. We are going to see few operations. So this is the repository we have created. Now go to the repository and can you see there is a link? There is a link over here. There is one icon over here. Copy to clipboard. Can you see this icon? So just copy this. Okay. Now open the terminal. Okay. Now I am on the desktop. You may choose to go to any folder. So, but I'm putting it on the desktop. So Git is installed. Make sure that just type Git and hit the enter and you will find something like this. If you find something like this, Git is installed on your machine, right? Then Git space clone space URL. Git space clone space URL. Correct? Hit the enter and you will see something like this, cloning into this repository. Warning, you appear to have cloned the empty repository. Just try this much and let me know if this works or not. Your repository, whatever your repository you have. So this is my one, but you also have created your own repository, right? Yesterday I asked you to create this repository. Have you done that? Hello? Yeah, so that repository you need to clone.
It is done. The warning is you appear to have closed an empty repository. Hello. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Hello.
Yes, sir. Messages.
Okay, so you have seen same like me, this one. This is exactly a same message like me, right? Yeah. Now see, I would like to open this folder. Now open the VS Code first and inside the VS Code open that folder. Now if you go to the desktop, if I go to my desktop, you will find that if I go to my desktop, you will find that, can you see, this folder has been created actually. This folder has been actually created. Can you see that?
Yes.
Now I want to open this folder in the VS Code. So go to the VS Code and then file, open folder. Then I'll go to the desktop, and on the desktop, can you see web development 8DD. So this folder today 1031 has been created. Open this folder in the VS Code, and then you will see something like this. Do you trust the authors of this file in this folder? You can say yes, I trust the authors. Okay. Do this thing and please let me know. Done?
So which repository I will done? Which folder is create?
Yeah, so whatever repository name you have given over here on the Git, can you see my name is web development hyphen like this. This is my name. So with this name, one folder would be getting created on the desktop. Hello? With this name, web development, or in the URL web development, some and this number. So on the desktop or somewhere, you might have created this folder. You can check it. Whatever location you have chosen for cloning it, you might not be on the desktop. You can share your screen as well. You can share your screen and show me what's happening. Are you sharing the screen? Hello? Am I audible? Am I audible? Hello? Okay. You are sharing the screen, right?
Yes, sir.
But I can't see.
Within.
I can see your hi. Yeah, now I can see. Okay, now copy that URL. There is an icon for copying. I think you are on mute. Yeah, there is an icon for copying. Copy that. Open the terminal. Open the terminal.
Yes.
No, I can't see your terminal. I can see just browser screen. I can't see the browser. I can see just browser screen. What's happening?
I don't know.
Just share your entire screen.
Okay.
So when you share, there is an option for sharing entire screen. No, I can't. Yeah, I can see your screen now. Open the terminal. Okay, go to desktop. CD desktop. CD. No. Just a minute. You need to navigate from the command prompt or go to the desktop. CD desktop. Type CD is the change directory. Go to the terminal. No. Go to the terminal. Type CD space D capital DESKTOP. Hit tab TOP. Yeah, enter. Yeah, can you see now? Now you are on the desktop. Correct? Now git space clone space copy the URL and paste that URL here. Copy the URL from browser. Yeah. No, remove that icons. Just remove everything. Erase everything. Erase everything. Yeah. Now go to the browser. There should be space after clone. Yeah. And just click on that icon. Click on that copy icon. No, there is an icon. Copy icon is there at the end. Yeah. Copy that. Now come to the terminal. Space. Paste. Yeah. Now hit the enter. Now can you see? Now go to the desktop from the file explorer to the desktop from the file explorer. Home, go to the home. In a home there is a desktop. Search for desktop. D capital. Yeah, this one. Or you can close all these windows. Can you see? This repository has been created, right? And if you see, there is a warning also. It is appear that you have cloned the empty repository. If you check the terminal, you will see that. Want to do once again? Just close the terminal. Close the terminal. Go to the desktop first. From the file explorer, go to the desktop. Yeah, delete this folder. Delete it from here. Okay. Now do it again. Open the terminal, go to the desktop and do it again. So it would be good exercise for you. No. You are not on the desktop. You just have opened the terminal. CD desktop. You didn't do that. Remove, erase it.
Hello?
Yeah, done.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you need to write these steps in your notebook. Now stop sharing the screen. I need to share.
Okay.
Yeah, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we have created the Git repository. On the desktop I have created. Okay, one more thing you have not done yet. Open it in the VS Code. Open that particular folder in the VS Code. The folder which has been created on the desktop. Open that folder into the VS Code and please let me know. For a few days, for a few days, you might feel little uncomfortable. No problem. But as you practice, this would be easier things for you.
It is open.
Yeah, it's open like me. You see over here. The folder name you see over here, right? I can see web development. You must see your folder name over here. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah. Fine. Now what we will do, we will create a new folder. Look at the screen first. Don't do anything. Right click, new folder, and here I can say day 03. And inside this day 03, I will create a simple .txt file. Simple text file, and I can copy any text over there. Sample text. Let's have this. or let's have this. I will copy this. Simple text file, any text ABCD PQR, you can write it. Right. Now, if you see over here, can you see there is one bubble will appear, one. And can you see it is saying that one pending change, one pending change. Can you see that? One pending change. Now, on the day we have learned VS Code, we have understood the meaning of these icons, right? So, first icon is a file explorer, second icon is a search, third icon is a Git or version control system. You can click over here and can you see it is asking you something. If you go over here, open file, discard the changes, and can you see stage the changes? Stage the changes. What it is saying? Stage the changes. Now, before performing this option, we need to study one more thing about Git. So this is the local repository. Okay, so what I'll do, I just copy this local repository. Sorry, just copy this. And we will see what is inside this local repository. Remember that you have performed one operation, clone operation, right? So whenever you perform the clone operation, one repository gets created. Let's go to the, can you see this day 3 folder that we have created? And can you see there is one hidden folder called as .git. On your machine also it is there, day 03 .git. So this .git folder you can consider as a local repository. This .git folder you can consider it as .git. Sorry, we don't need this. Yeah, just a minute. Yeah, so this .git folder is nothing but what? This local repository. Hello? Is it clear? Now, we have seen something. Now we have seen something. Yeah, we have seen something, local repository. What is local repository? Now here, there are, so this web development -8dd9a4 is a, we can call it as a working directory. Okay, so I'll copy this over here. So I can call it as working directory. What's that? In the computer terms, folders are called as directories, are also called as directories. Now see, this is the working directory. Hello? This is what the working directory is. Then you can say, there is a one special kind of segment. Remember that we are talking about local, We are talking about what? Local. So staging area, and here you can say actually your local repository. Local repository. See now. So presently you have created the text file, correct? Presently you have created one text file. Remember that that text file is inside working directory, right? Now we need to perform one operation. So Git is having these three areas: working directory, staging area, and the local repository. So if you want, and we can create this as a remote repository. This is what? Remote repository, which is on the GitHub, right? Remote repository. So presently you have created file in a working directory, right? Now what I want to do, I want Git to track this file. Remember that Git is all about tracking your source code, right? So this is in the working directory. Git says that, boss, I don't know what file you are talking about. So you need to tell Git that, boss, can you please start tracking this file? Which means that you need to stage this file. You need to move your file into the staging area. You need to move this file into the staging area. Getting my point? And how do you move that to the staging area? Can you see the button? Stage. Can you see the button? So presently this file is inside working directory web development, right? So you can choose to go to the source control, and can you see there is a plus button? So you say that, boss, can you please stage the changes? So when you say stage the changes, right, the file is moved to the staging area. The file is moved to the staging area, which means that the Git will consider this file would be getting tracked. This is a signal to the Git that please track this file. That's all the meaning of the staging area. And how do you perform this operation? How do you perform this operation from working directory to the staging area? Internally, there is one operation. Git performs or Git fires one command, and that command is called as git add. Internally, one command gets fired. So when you do git add, the things from working directory to the stage, the files from working directory to the staging directory gets added, right? Now still you may choose that I want to track the files. In the staging area there might be multiple files, and you may say that I want to track the files, but I don't want Git to submit to the remote repository. There are few changes. Consider that client have said my button color should be red, but not immediately. That should be in the next release of the software. So such changes will remain in the stage area, and there are the files that should go to the that should be passed to remote repository, right? So if you want files to be moved from staging area to the local repository, right? So if you want to move file from the staging area to the local repository, operation is git commit. Getting my point? Operation is what? git commit. So what will happen? The files you want to publish to the remote repository, all that files need to be first kept in a local repository. And if you want to submit files from the local repository to the remote repository, there is an operation called git. There is an operation called git. Sorry. There is an operation called git push. On the flip side, if you want to get changes from remote repository to the local repository, there is a operation called git pull. Git pull. You getting my point? Hello? Staging area. From the working directory to the tracking. If you want to start tracking the files, right? First you need to move from working directory to the staging area. That is by means of git add operation. Now you need to submit those files to the remote repository. If you want to submit some files to the remote repository, right, those files need to be committed over here, right? And then you need to move it to the, what you can say, remote repository. Let's perform this. Now see, this thing has been added. I will create one more file, normal.txt. normal.txt. And in your code base, that's it, only this much, this content. Now can you see here in the stage there is a simple.txt and normal.txt is not in a stage. Okay, now here you can say commit. Here you can say commit. Now commit message need to be proper. Submitting simple file and click on the commit. Okay, I clicked on the commit. I have given proper message. Then can you see these three dots? Can you see these three dots? Click on the three dots and can you see push operation? Can you see push operation? Push. And code would be getting submitted to the remote. Code would be getting submitted to the remote. Now go over here and refresh it. And here you will find under the day 3, there is only one file, simple.txt. But normal.txt is not added. Why? Because normal.txt is in the staging area. It's not in the local repository. So whatever files and folders are available in the local repository, that would be pushed to the remote repository, right? And the staging files will remain in the staging area. They would be tracked, but won't be getting submitted to the remote repository, right? Hello? Is it clear? Any question? Okay. Now just practice it and let me know. You can share the screen so I can guide you. We can prepare we can prepare notes and then you can practice. Okay. Yeah. So here I can say Git areas. There are different areas available in the Git. So can you tell me what areas we have in the Git? Go step by step. Working directory, Git areas. Then we have working directory, then staging area, and repository. Well, I have given you basic commands only, right? We have discussed what do you mean by working directory. Is the area where you make changes to the project files and simply the current state of the project. Staging area, whatever I have said, that thing I have explained over here. You may check it. The staging area acts as middle layer. Just a minute. Well, my in-depth notes are also available, and from there I am copying all these details. When I learn, I also prepare the notes, and that link also I will share with you. And there you will find a lot of details, in detail thing. Okay?
How can I get?
Say that again.
How can I get?
So this link you have, right? Your repository you can open. Sorry. These notes you can open or not. So wherever I am typing the code right now, that link I have shared, yes or no? This web development link, do you have it or not? This link you have, right?
Yes.
Oh, inside this, I can add my notes. Okay, here I will add my notes. Okay. So here we can say H1 and topics, course notes will start from here. So environment setup we have. We are working with Git and we are understanding the area. Repository. The repository contains complete history of all commits. Okay. We have seen what do you mean by commit also. So these are the areas. Let's add the image as well. This image. Oh, it will come like this. We just need image. I think we can crop this file. Okay, no problem. I will do something. Okay. So you are referring these notes or not?
Yes.
Yeah. Now we will talk a little about the commands also. H1, git commands, or git operations. first operation is what? Add. Add, then commit, then push, then pull. Anything is missing? Git add, git push, git pull. Okay. So adds the files to staging area. So one operation we have missed, that is clone. Cloning the repository. Cloning the repository. This add after cloning. After cloning, git commit is the command. After cloning a repository or making a changes to files in your local repository, you need to stage the changes, right? And the staging is done by git add. Staging is done by the command git add. So this command, git clone, git add command. This command adds the specified file to the staging area. Now commit. Git commit. A commit in a git represents the snapshot of your code at any specific point in time. After adding the changes to the staging area, you create a commit using git commit command. Git commit command. And this command, here we need to specify the message. Remember that, proper message. This command creates a commit with changes you have staged, and the commit message should describe the purpose of the commit. Okay, I will show you this. Now can you see, submitting a simple file. See here, this is a commit message you have given. So you need to give a proper commit message. Why you are submitting change to the git, right? Okay, then push is what? Once you have made commits. What do you mean by push? Once you have made commits in your local repository, you might want to share those changes with the remote repository. To do this, you use git push command. Presently we are not typing the commands, but we are taking a help of VS Code. Just get familiar with the VS Code and later on you can learn the commands, right? Yeah. Now here, if you can see, git pull, when working collaboratively, it is important to keep your local repository up to date with the latest changes from the remote repository. The git pull command, we have seen this, right? Allows you to fetch the latest changes from the remote repository and merge them into your local branch. This command fetches the changes from the remote repository and automatically merges into your local branch. If conflicts arises, you need to resolve them, right? These are the git operations. These are what? Git operations. Okay. Now you are good to practice the things. Okay. If you want me to show it once again, let me show you. Look at the screen. I hope you are getting my screen, right? So I have created one more file, normal.txt, and some random text I have added. So you will switch to the Git mode over here. Then can you see there is a plus button? Add to the staging area. Click over here, and here you can give a proper message. Give a proper message. Normal file added for coloring the button. Any just example I am giving for coloring the button. Commit it. Once you commit, go here, push it. You have pushed the code. Now if you want to get changes from the server, someone has changed, 4 people are working on your project, and you need to change it, just pull it, right? And whatever changes would be there, you will find inside this working area. Now if you go here, and can you see commits? 2 commits are there, and can you see first a normal file added for coloring the button, and first submitting the simple file. Who have made change? Aniruddha. Correct? So this is what the Git is. And throughout the session, we would be using this Git. I would be uploading all the source codes over here. You may refer that source codes anytime. I have given just example for the text files today, but actually there would be the HTML, CSS, and the JavaScript files would be getting added, right? Yeah. Now perform this task, and if you get any question, go ahead and ask me. Yeah. You may share the screen if you want me to check what's happening. I have added my notes or not. My notes link, you can check it here. You can check it later on, no problem.
आपण simple text folder.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm you can work in the full screen mode. Okay, save it. Can you see there is a white dot? There is a white dot. The white dot means your file is not saved. Just a minute. Git is figuring it out what's happening. Can you please restart VS Code?
Okay.
Extension GitHub wants to sign in. Yeah, allow. Click on the allow. Yeah, now here authorize button would be there at the end. At the last, there would be authorize button. Below, scroll below. Yeah, authorize Visual Code Studio. And add the Git password. So you remember the password or not?
Yes.
Yeah. What is that? Open. Yeah, open Visual Code URL handler. Click. Yeah. Open. Yes. Now there is a yes below. There is a yes. Just a minute. What is that? Would you like to Visual Code? No. Okay. So you have added it, right? Just try to add. Create a new file. Now go to the Explorer, first icon. Yeah. Add a new file. Okay. I'm stopping my recording. Right? So I'm just stopping the recording. I will help you even after that. So we'll meet tomorrow in the new session, which would be particularly on the HTML. Okay, see you in the next session. Thank you.